Hi, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm participating in the Dollars in My City Spring Challenge for 2020, and it's hosted by me, myself, and DIYing It, which is Tammy's channel, and co-hosted by AtHomeWithKatherine B, which is Catherine's channel. And I'm going to list both these ladies' channels down below in the description box, along with a playlist, so you can watch what everybody's doing for this challenge. Now, what we had to do is purchase one thing from every store that had the word dollar in it in our city. So I got this vase from Family Dollar. I got these napkins from Dollar General. And for my third store in my city, I purchased this cute little girl's hat, and I got this from Dollar Tree. And then I ended up getting one other thing, and I purchased these cute little bluebirds. I actually picked up two of these, and these were also from Dollar General. And we are going to go and use all this stuff together and make us an adorable DIY project. So let's get started here. To begin with, I'm just going to cut the tags off from this hat. Now, don't worry, I was perfectly safe when I was going out and getting this stuff. I wore a mask, I wore gloves, I made sure I kept my 6-foot distance, and then when I brought everything home, I made sure to use Clorox wipes, and I wiped everything off really, really good. And on top of that, we actually went out looking for toilet paper for my daughter, so it wasn't like this was the only reason I was going out, but I gotta tell you, it was so nice to be out and looking for something other than just groceries. I figured if I was already at the store anyway, and yeah, there's still no toilet paper to be had out there, people. I don't know where it all is, but there is still none out there. She finally got some at Dollar Tree, but it's the really cheap, kind of hard stuff in the single rolls. She bought a few rolls of that, but yeah, toilet paper is scarce, let me tell you. Now, back to our project here. I'm just going to take one of these napkins here, and this is just a really cute napkin, and I'm going to put it right in the bottom of our hat here. And I picked the yellow napkins, that way you wouldn't be able to see them through the hat, through the little holes in the hat. And that's why I chose the yellow. And then I just have some foam here. And this particular foam is from Walmart. You can get foam at Dollar Tree, and I had Dollar Tree foam. I just used it on my last project. So I'm just using this Walmart foam that I have because I'm always buying foam when I'm out. And I just need a little tiny bit of this. I'm going to take and cut off just a little tiny bit at the end of just this one block here. First, I'm going to take my vase and I'm going to set it right inside my hat, just like that. And if you couldn't tell, we are going to be making a beautiful centerpiece out of this hat. Now, I'm just going to cut off a real small piece of this foam right here, just like that. And we are going to line right around the bottom of our vase here with our foam. And this one's a little big, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and set that right down in our hat. And now I'm going to cut off a little bit more just because we want it to go all the way around the bottom of our vase. And that's going to be it. All the rest of that foam we will not be using for this project. So this is taking very, very little foam. And I don't know if I said, but 3 of these foam blocks at Walmart only cost $2.47. So it's actually less expensive buying these 3-pack at Walmart than buying 3 separate packages at Dollar Tree. But you can go and do whichever you want. I buy them both all the time. It's just wherever I happen to be, that's where I grab one. And I'm just cutting it with this old steak knife that I have. I just use this knife for crafting because I love cutting this type of foam with it. And there you can see we just put our foam all the way around the bottom of our vase. Now what I'm going to do is I'm pulling out this bouquet of flowers, and this is a bouquet of flowers that I also picked up at Walmart. And Walmart's flowers, I tell you, their bouquets of flowers are gorgeous. They are so worth the $5. You get really nice large blooms. You get a lot of mixed greenery in it. This particular bunch right here cost me $5. And this is the yellow dahlia, and it's the mixed bouquet bundle. And like I said, it's so worth the $5 because you get so many different types and textures. You get a mixture of colors that are all color coordinating, so they go great together. Now what you see here is I keep a drawer full of these just leftover stems from different floral arrangements that I've made. And I keep all these. I never throw these away because I use them on so many different other projects. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take and cut off a whole bunch of these little wire stems here. And we are going to use them for this project. The reason we're doing this is because this nice bouquet of flowers that I just picked up at Walmart, these are really long stems here. And sometimes you do projects and you want these long stems. So I really hate the thought of cutting up these stems. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull off the flowers and the leaves for each stem here. And you can see I'm pulling them right in the order they're coming. And now I'm just going to reassemble those on one of these smaller little wire stems that I had already had from projects that I'd already used. And that way I don't need to cut down these really long stems from this bouquet. So if I ever want to put these back on the bouquet, I can, and it will be like having a brand new bouquet again. And you can see they fit right on these smaller stems, just perfect. A lot of these small stems are just from flowers that I've picked up at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to go ahead and transfer most of my flowers over. I won't use all of them, but I'll use quite a few. And I always transfer all the greenery along with the flowers because I want to be able to use all of that. Now I'll show you one more here if I don't keep dropping everything on the floor. I'll show you one more how I'm putting this together, and then I won't make you sit here and watch me doing all these because I know you're getting this and you don't need me to be that specific. So you can see I just added the greenery on. I'm just putting the flower back on the tip of this stem. I'm pushing my greenery up towards the top, and now it's going to be perfect and all ready for us to use in our centerpiece here. Okay. Now I have all the greenery and all my florals that I think I'm going to want or need transferred over onto these other little stems. And I'm thinking that even these stems are going to be a little too long for what I need here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these down even a little bit more just because I don't want the flowers going up over the top of my vase. I still want to see the top portion of my vase here. Now we're just going to poke that right down into our foam that's in the hat. And you can see that I'm staying a good inch to a half an inch away from the top of our vase because we want to be able to still see the top of that vase. And I just go and I move my leaves and everything around so that you can see everything really well. That's the one nice thing about using faux flowers instead of real flowers all the time is because you can totally manipulate them to fit whatever they need to be and wherever a leaf needs to be or anything. And that is looking good. Now I'm going to use one of these. Now, they only had 3 of these really large yellow flowers, so now we're going to use some of these smaller ones, but they still have the really large leaves, and that's perfectly fine. You can see it's still going to fill in a large portion around our vase. Now, what you don't want to do is add 2 flowers right next to each other that are the exact same size or the exact same flower. So you can see I'm getting ready to put in another one of these smaller flowers, but I'm not going to put that right next to the flower I just did. I'm going to turn my vase around or my centerpiece around, and I'm going to put this one in over here on this side. Just like that. Now you may be wondering why on earth I added the napkin down in the bottom of the hat. And the reasoning for that was so when I put that floral foam down in there around the bottom of the vase, that floral foam sometimes when you're putting your flowers into it will get a little bit crumbly, and I didn't want any of those little pieces falling out through the little holes in the hat and leaving a mess on the table. And so this way that napkin just kind of contains anything that may fall off or anything from the floral foam, and we won't have any mess wherever we decide to place this. Now that we have most of our yellow flowers from our bouquet in around our vase, we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit of these other flowers in here. And this still has some yellow, but it has some white with it. And now we're also going to go ahead and add in some of this, like, I think it's supposed to be like a Queen Anne's lace or something. We're going to add that in here, and this really brings in the texture. I always love using some texture when we're working with florals. I just like having a little bit more than just a soft look to everything. You want to have the extra texture in there because it really adds a lot of interest. Now, we only have 2 pieces of this like lacy type florals, so I want to put those across from each other. I want to make sure that they're not on the same side. So as much as we can, we want to be symmetrical so that there's something of interest for our eye to look at on both sides. And it's already looking gorgeous. I'm absolutely loving it. Now I need to pull up some of these leaves around that kind of got pushed down as we were putting in other florals. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add in this candle. This is a candle that I use all the time. I picked this candle up at the thrift store last summer, and I love this candle. I've used it in so many different projects. And it's looking beautiful. And now I've decided to go ahead and add in these little birds here. Now this is a step that you can do or not do. That's completely up to you. I think just hiding a little bird in there just adds just a touch of a whimsy to it. And if you're sitting across from this and you look up, I think it's just adorable to see that little bird hidden in there. Now, if you're going to give this as like a Mother's Day gift or something, I would recommend hot gluing each thing in so nothing falls out or falls down. But if you're just using it for yourself at home, you don't need to hot glue any of this in. It stays in pretty good if you're not going to be moving and touching it very much. And so then you can take it out or you can change it up as you would like. And you can see our little bird just hidden in the florals there. I think he's absolutely adorable. I think we met the challenge. We have our hat from Dollar Tree. We have our vase from Family Dollar. And we have our birds along with a napkin from Dollar General. So all 3 stores that have the dollar in the name from my city, I've used in this DIY, and that's what our challenge was. Here it is from up above. You can just see how pretty it is. This would make an absolutely beautiful Mother's Day gift. It makes a wonderful centerpiece on your dining room table, on a living room table. If you're having a tea party for Mother's Day at church, this would be great to put in the center of the tables and to do as giveaways. There's just so many things you can do with these centerpieces like this, and they're just so pretty. I hope that you've really liked this video. I hope that this has given you some ideas on something that maybe you could do. If you'd like to see how I'm going to use this, watch tomorrow, because I'm going to put another video up tomorrow where I'm going to be using this beautiful spring centerpiece on a tablescape that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Thanks so much for watching.